Thanks for starting the recording immediately. Thanks.
How is it?
Good evening, all of you all. Good evening, Raghav Bete. Good evening. So we are starting that exports part and we're going to have fun. Uh, Vinayak,
And to hear, sir.
yeah, you have invited Prerit Jina.
Uh, yes, sir.
Is it Anto or Vinayak?
And to.
Anto, one second. I'll just give you, he's already been sent because madam would have done it, but just in case. I'm just sending you a number. I'm sure it's been done by ma'am, but just in case. This is the colleague who's joining in as guest faculty today. And to just check your, yeah.
Okay. One second.
So colleagues, the agenda is very simple. We are looking at exports and how do I help you all with exports? That's a clear agenda. This week we'll concentrate on that and then next week we'll get into the next topic. This week I'm going to completely concentrate on exports. Hi, Are Vidal. Hello, Vidal. Hello. Good evening, Vidal. My e-commerce champ. I'm going to invite him also somewhere. Prerit is there. God bless. Hi, Prerit, Bete. Hi. Namaste. So, colleagues, Prerit is our guest speaker for today. Right now, I'm sure many of you are already there into exports and very happy about that. But why I requested Prerit is a very young guy. Right, that's one reason. So, comparatively younger to many of you all here. Father was in government job. So there's certain reasons why I requested Prerit to come. Father was in government job, then left because he liked to get into consultancy and more importantly, organic farming. And then Prerit himself decided to assist his father, right, from a tier 2 city of India, Indore. So there are certain reasons why I selected Prerit. I could have selected one among you all, right? You're all very, very good in exports, but I said, let me send a message through tier 2 city, right? And that's the reason I've selected dear Prerit. And another reason why I selected Prerit is he has good knowledge, his absolute good knowledge. He's hands-on on international marketing. And when we were discussing about what dear Gani gave us a lead, I just happened to talk to Prerit for 5-10 minutes. And then I realized, my God, discussion went on for half an hour because he has got immense knowledge in that field. Right, and currently he is already working for government certifications for organic certification agencies and right, hands-on approach. It's hands-on approach, so he knows the inside out of the export business. Very simple is, Bede, you could correct me if I'm wrong. His firm's name is called as Saptasati. Am I right? Saptasati Organic Agriculture Product, also called as SOAP. Very active, extremely active in organic exports. And that's the reason I've selected my colleague. So I would request all of you all to please pay attention. Today, I'm just trying to open your eyes out this week, rather. The way I've planned it is I want to open your eyes to exports. And even if I get 10% of you all, exporting, my job's done. Okay. Next week, we'll again go back. I will invite my esteemed faculty. So I'll call a strategic consultant. I'll call the entire set of people again. This week, we have got Prerit, then we have got Tej Contractor, then we have got somebody from Dollar Business. And of course, I've got somebody very, very respected, Deepak Nathwani, sir. He's also joining in. So he says that all you need is knowledge. I will get you finance through Exim Bank. I hope Prasad is listening. We have started early today, right? But I've already taught Prasad. If you have knowledge in the field, we will take you abroad and Exim Bank will finance you. All you need is knowledge. So for me also, it's been a big learning now. Extremely big learning. How can you even go outside without knowledge? And he explained the entire process to me. Deepak sir, I've invited because for me it's good. I understand. But for somebody like you all, let's say Viral or somebody, right, who is an implementation, they will take it to the next level. So I have requested sir to come to this platform and sir has kindly agreed, absolutely agreed to come on the platform. So Tej Contractor, many of you all will know, FMB5. Hi Manas Bete. right? FMB5, Tej is there, and he is extremely very, very thorough. His dad is on authority, as Deepak ji was mentioning. In fact, I'm getting in touch with all of you all through FMB network itself. As Deepak ji was saying that, his dad was being consulted by the customs department. His dad was consulted by the customs department. I'm sorry I've used the word was because it's a departed soul. And Tej has taken it forward. So Tej also is coming. And finally, by God's grace, I don't know how this happens. Somebody who is in export financing and factoring has approached me. I didn't approach them. Again, this is absolutely good because many kids are wondering, once we export, what about payments? So name of the colleague, I've requested ma'am to join our Telegram group also. Saili Parekh. Saili Parekh is her name. She's pursuing a chartered accountancy, and she works for a firm known as Rizwan Capital, if I'm not wrong. Right. So very happy that she will also, I'll give her, and I'll request her rather. I will request her to speak for 15-20 minutes on this, so that any one of you who's worried about payments, aayega ki nahi, kya hoga, right? She will explain that there is a tech platform where you can export and they will take care of the receivables. So everything is covered end to end. Identifying export market till collection. I want to cover that end to end. Okay, that's the agenda from my side. Least I can do for all of you lovable kids. That's the least I can do. So we have 2 minutes, right? This journey will continue till I get sponsors, because I think this logo says it all. It is not about me. It's not about you. It's about Gani. Hello, Gali. Namaste, Gani. Right. It's about getting the world to understand that there's a big problem still. Right. There's a big problem still. Now, I again want to thank Gani, because Gani initiated this. I never used to look at exports. All of you know the respected faculty used to teach at SVJN is Venkatesh ji. I don't know him that well, to be very honest. Right. Otherwise, I would have invited sir also to this platform. I do not know him that well. Right. That's why. So but then I realized, why don't I talk to somebody like Prerit, who will explain this end to end, because he's done it and been there. Okay. Yes. So we are good to go. We are good to go. Last 1 minute. Right. So this time we're going to have fun. This entire week is simple. How do you boost exports? One hour. Right. And then, that thought process will start. Right. And then once the thought process starts, you kids will take it over. I got a WhatsApp already from yesterday evening from Pai, Nagendra Pai, right? I think one of the Pai brothers, I think it should be Nagendra only, who said we are looking at exports and can you guide us? Then one more we got was, I requested, no, not Nagendra Pai, Rahul Pai, right? Nagendra's brother, Rahul Pai, right, had WhatsApp me. And then I am encouraging some of you all, right? Like, dear Annie, I'm saying, please get into exports. That's a big area for all of us. Okay, so we're good to go. Good evening to all of you all. Good evening to all of you all. I'm slightly casually dressed because my sponsor wanted me to be relaxed today. So I go with my sponsor, right? I'm sure Ketan sir is already laughing. But Ketan sir is a very respected senior for me. So उन्होंने बोला, sir, जब हमारा आएगा ना तो आप जरा relax होके रहना, no tie shy. And but he said t-shirt पहन के आना. मैं बोला ठीक है, मैं t-shirt पहन के आता हूँ. Sponsors are like, Gabbar Singh. We are that Basanti, so we have to do what they say. Okay. Thank you very much, sir, for contributing. We start today's class. Right on time, as always. Love you all. Let's get going. So we start with the disclaimer clause, as always. Right. We will not mention politics or anything, though things are getting worse in Mumbai. I have my own points to mention, but I think we will skip that. As Gani said, we have better things to do in life than talk about things which we can't control. Okay. My thankfulness always to Dr. Shrikant, Parimal Merchant sir, right? All of you all, right? Even starting with somebody like Hiten. Today morning I thanked him again. I said, boss, aapko pata bhi nahi kya hua? Yeah, right? Somebody is posting a personal finance kit, Excel mein. Beautiful. I immediately downloaded. I told my wife, I don't use it. Then somebody started talking about airline shells. Right, हमको refund मिल रहा है, आप लोगों को क्यों नहीं मिल रहा है, check करो. So I'm happy that we are helping each other. Right, then Captain Aditya came and posted his agriculture. You will have Viral posting something about e-commerce, software as a service. अच्छा है, loans कीजिए आप, मुझे कोई problem नहीं है. That's very important. But ये जो extra हो रहा है ना, इससे बहुत ज़्यादा खुशी हो रहा है. Right, and I believe 1 or 2 deals also have gone through or are going through because of that wonderful initiative by Hitenji, with the blessings of Dr. Shrikant, once a deal goes through, I'll put it up there. Ajay ji and others contributing regularly. अरे Amex का कार्ड है उसको क्लोज मत करो फिर पैसा वापस नहीं मिलेगा. Beautiful. I'm liking it. Really liking it. यही चाहिए था मुझे. People have posted. Yesterday somebody posted on employees first. Now, moment I do that, I'm sure Viral will come and post something on Jack Ma. So it's a thought process. Dharma sir did his bit. So thank you very much, all of you all. My son, right? This is a special thanks to Anto, Vinayak ji, Shanti, ma'am, etc. Because the videos are coming in every second day. So you see, I am very clear. I don't want to go viral. Even if there are 2 students who wants to see what Bhaskar sir has spoken, please go ahead and see, because you're all very busy today, right? I would prefer you coming to the lecture or attending it. I would prefer like that. But just in case you miss it, right? Within 2 days we are posting it, right? Hey, it's not a numbers game, right? Somebody would be liking to learn about agriculture. Go ahead, learn. Somebody would like to know about what's happening in the hospitality sector. Please go ahead and learn. Sundays was brilliant session by Harish sir. Absolutely brilliant. On incremental IRR, I was flabbergasted after my 25 years of experience. I was flabbergasted the way he proved it to you all. The video will be up very soon. All right, please watch that for those who missed it. Yesterday, I saw many people from outside also joining in, which was so gratifying. Colleagues like, what's this kid's name? He's already got in touch with me. Surya, MBA student getting in touch with me. Very happy. What's his name? Yes, I think it's Surya Murthy, right? Getting in touch with me. Then colleagues like Ishita getting in touch. Mechanical engineering student. And she writes to me, sir, I'm really enjoying this. I said, fantastic. Today's knowledge partners, I would like to thank CA Abhay and of course, dear Prerit. Prerit is a young leader for me, right? Again, I repeat, please don't feel bad. I know many of you are doing much bigger exports. You are much, much elder to him. But the idea of getting somebody to speak is for 2 reasons. There is a message I want to spread, right? So I could have got a faculty, though I don't know him well, I could have at least contacted Venkatesh sir. I didn't. So I said, Venkatesh sir बोलेगा तो उससे अच्छा कोई student बोलेगा तो मजा आएगा. Second, tier 2 रहेगा तो अच्छा रहेगा. Of course, Venkatesh sir is a guru. All of you all can go back to him. He'll guide you all. But tier 2 young student, मजा आएगा. That's what I wanted to do. And I've already given you the introduction to dear Prerit. Organic farming, left a comfortable government job, his dad, and now, right, doing well, right, into Canada, US, and other places, and pretty happy with what he's doing in life. This is Prerit in his own words. As I said, not like Viral from FMB 10 or like Manas from FMB 13, relatively younger, right? Or Hiten, I believe, FMB 14, relatively younger, but good, doing a good job, right? Incidentally, I think this is something which I realized when I spoke to him. Okay, very important slide. Thanks, Viral, for that advice that I should show it right at the beginning, right? Because you keep giving me tips. So even 200 rupees, if you can give, I'll be happy. If you have not already done so. Last time, the social cause, we reached, all of us, we reached Elephanta Caves, and I'll send it to Gani and Viral, whoever is in touch with me on WhatsApp. I'll not put it on Telegram. Of course, I don't want to disturb their momentum. So they reached, Rajshri ma'am reached Elephanta Caves and gave milk powder to 70 odd children who have not been, who have not been looked at for some time now. The number is 70, but I said, great, that's the way to go. Right? So this lady is doing a great job, right? Apart from running a company, here it is. We work with Karuna Seva to supply food and milk for 70 children after verification in Elephanta Caves, where no one has reached till now. Thank you so much, sir, for your student support. I said we distributed milk powder as they did not have access to milk now due to lockdown, and hence it will last the children longer. Okay. You guys are making a difference. Thank you very, very much. Right. And karma will come back to you is all I will say. Good. Keep doing this. This is Rajshri Sai, company secretary, advocate, MBA, technocrat, Rajshri Sai, CA Ashlesha. She is our chartered accountant for my wife's firm. My sponsors, love you, sir, respected George, sir, right, and Joseph Fall. Annie George, I'm encouraging this kid to get into exports because I think it's a huge market for her. Handloom, special woven thing. My Saurabh, I love you always, right? His agriculture venture, right? God bless this kid. Yes, this boy refuses to give me his firm's name, so I'll keep showing the photograph. Let's see who loses finally. I think Aditya will finally give me the name of his firm. I'm going to keep displaying this photograph. You see, this all comes from that screenshot, right? My son has taught me screenshots, so I can do this, right? I've become an expert in that. Speedo was very good, right? Lovely, lovely family. God bless them, right? SS Techno, Prasad Khattav. Today I had a word with his dad, very grounded, amazing person who started from scratch and who has built it to a 100 crore company. Absolutely amazing. Prasad himself came back from United States. I knew it just today, right? Because he wanted to serve the country and be with family. God bless you, bete. Hartek, Simar, all of you all know, right? Simar is trying to do a good job. Next week on his platform, on our platform, I don't know how to call it, on Hartek's platform. That is also my platform, our platform only. On Hartek's platform, Parimal sir is coming in. So that's the good news, right? And this time we did something on receivables management. RIXL was very, very good. I really thoroughly enjoyed. Sridevi, my Akshay Kalyanpur, God bless him, right? Extremely competent boy. Sunanda, the Manjarikas, right, into waterproofing, right? Yesterday's sponsor, wonderful three ladies doing something for young mothers and taking care of their nutrition needs. Thank you very much, Bache. Right, Mudita is the name of the lady, right, wife of our dear student here, Liv Satvik, and today's sponsor, Integrated Group. I was very keen to show you all today this group for the simple reason I've never seen a better technocrat than Ketan sir. Amazing, his amazing ability. He has worked with all the bigger companies with very tight specifications. You name it, he has worked with BRC, ISRO, right? Name it. You nuclear power, you name it, and Ketan sir will say, inke saath kaam kiya hai. I always wonder if sir would have been in the United States, right? Today they would have felicitated him. And incidentally, sir himself tells me that from his Banaras University, right? Most of them are abroad, but he decided to stay back. And yes, serving the nation in his own way. They have got a lot of group companies, integrated automation systems, integrated drive systems. There is a training company which unfortunately has not come in here. And I am also helping sir get into training in a big way because there is a skill gap. There is a skill gap which sir has to address, right? And of course, you should see this product to understand what I'm talking about. The R-Cube furniture, amazing product for the simple reason it is using space extremely well. It is using space extremely well. The name of the company in training is Integrated Skill Enhancement Center. Sorry, Manas, and sorry, Ketan sir. Integrated Skill Enhancement Center. It is to bridge the skill gap among students, right? It's not come out well in the presentation, but I've immediately rectified that. Yeah, now it's coming. Integrated Skill Enhancement Center. Wonderful company. They are into anything on packaging solutions, colleagues. I would recommend you all to please talk to them. Now, you should understand that Anil Menon never markets. So there is a reason why I'm saying anything to do with packaging, right? Anything to do with understanding production flows. Moradin sir is a guru, no doubt. The practitioner is Ketan sir, right? So I always say, sir, Ketan sir, ek baar plant visit kar lijiye na. Ye packaging solution lijiye na. Not only packaging, the entire production flow, how to use space utilization, space optimization, amazing. And sir derives his strengths from his father, who is currently 90 years old. Okay, so this is their second company. This is their second company. I love this photograph a lot. All of us, I seek blessings from the super senior here, KK Shah. He is the founder of this company. I've met them. I've sought the blessings of sir. The promoters are KK Shah. So as I said, right, have my homage to sir because I need his blessings always. Right, amazingly fit and calm and quiet even now. Right, of course, Ketan sir I've talked about. So Ketan sir is actually taken all the skills from KK Shah sir. Okay, so they are basically technocrats. Rita Shah is of course right. All of you would know. Manas is our kid. Manas is our kid. All of you will know Manas. Very, very, very good engineer, right, and pretty good. And of course, Richa, who is an MBA in marketing, they are the promoters of this. They are promoters of this wonderful firm. I met Manas's wife also, pretty good. She takes care of marketing also. There's a lovely photograph which was given to me by Manas, and he was very clear that he wants me to talk about his sister also, Ruchi Shah, who is also into event management, and brother-in-law, which is a pretty big firm, Pratik Corporation, based out of Mumbai. Thank you, the Shah family, for your sponsorship. God bless you, Manas. And sir, Ketan sir, need your blessings always. India needs you, right, is all I can say. I would now switch gears. I again invite sponsors. I will keep continuing till I get sponsors. The day I stop getting sponsors, I will stop. So I originally said July 10th, I'm continuing. I'm continuing till I get sponsors. The day I don't get sponsors, I'll take it as a signal from God that I can stop. So I'll keep extending this. Yeah, my throat gets into a problem, but that's okay. I'm getting to learn a lot of new things. I'm also happy. Plus Hunger Collective. People should not die of hunger. No teacher should let go that. Okay. To start with a joke, to just add some humor, I can see Prerit smiling suddenly now. I can't see others. So they say avoid men, right? I don't know who has made this joke, but I loved it. Avoid men and instead follow women. Whoever has done it, I tell you, is a great guy. He's an amazing sense of humor, right? I don't know. I picked it up from the WhatsApp. Amazing sense of humor, I should say. Amazing sense of humor, right? This is just a joke, colleagues. Don't take everything that I say seriously, please. You'll get into trouble otherwise. Okay, so woman full form also is given. Love this lady. I was looking into exports and look at this lady, Surabhi. Family business was into hospital, but she didn't like blood. So she came out, started her exports from a garage at some 20 odd thousand rupees and today doing extremely well. Inspiring, absolutely inspiring. Absolutely inspiring. You can please read her story. The more I read about India, the more I'm convinced that the challenging times, India will do much better now, right? Because we have such people who are doing it. And second, the world is so, this is one lady, I don't even know her, but I kept reading and I got inspired. Garage mein start kiya to help tribal women and doing extremely, extremely well now, right? You can please read about her in yourstory.com, right? I'm also reading a lot nowadays because I need to give you all examples. And yes, the world is angry against China. And that's your opportunity. That is your opportunity, my colleagues. If you can make it, I'm again and again doing it. I can educate. But if Hiten can execute, if Viral can execute, if Manas can execute, my job is done. This guy has already executed. There is an anger towards China world over. Gani called me up and said that, sir, don't mention the name of my company, but we are also looking for a replacement for China. Why would somebody call me, and he was in the dead of the night, I'm sure, to tell me that please encourage your students to get into exports. And he is a senior purchase person. He is in charge of purchases for a California very big firm. So please understand, suddenly this Chingari has started off 2.5 million downloads because we are all upset with China. And we believe that, China has played tricks with everyone. And this is anger not only in India because they have killed our soldiers, world over. There's an anger against China. Are we encashing it? The world is looking for an opportunity. Wonderful slide. I call it from Dharma sir, Impact Sure Process, last time's lecture. Brilliant slide. I picked it up. I've taken sir's permission. It's right there. Impact Sure is his name of his firm. Do you have a strategy in place? So it's a style of thinking. I want to influence that thinking. I want to clearly influence that thinking today and get you all to actually start thinking beyond India, beyond domestic markets. So if my Captain Aditya, right, and all those students, sorry, I can see some colleagues who have come from outside also. So all of you all, can you think beyond this? That MBA there, Surya, can you think of forming any company by which you can be a tech? Please go ahead and do it. No jobs are available. Good for you, Nare Baba. You can do entrepreneurship now. Anyway, please understand, you don't have a job. You can either devote your time for social service, join Rajshri ma'am, or think of some idea and start implementing. Wonderful slide. ANSOP matrix, wonderful slide. So in strategy, we use this known as ANSOP matrix, extremely critical. Where are you? You are currently in a particular position. Do you want to go beyond that? Do you want to take your product to new markets? I want to entertain you all for that. New product in existing markets. We can have a class next week. This time it is existing product, new markets, or new product, new markets. That's your choice. Evaluate your risks. Do your compliances. Extremely critical. Do your compliances. Please do your compliances, as dear Tej will tell you. Please do your compliances right in place. And let's rock. Let's rock. I'll stop. And I give it to right on time. See the timing, yeah. I'm getting it to perfection now. Not that I'm Amir Khan, but I have to just ensure that everything is in place. And guys, I respect your time. That's the reason. Over to dear Prerit. I've already introduced my son, my kid, Prerit. We will now talk of his journey. It's going to be a complete thing about exports, right? We are starting from scratch and we are building it up. Over to you, son. Dear Prerit, Bitek, all over. I'm stopping sharing. Over to you, son. Prerit, you can pick up your slides.
So it says post disable participant screen sharing.
Take your time, please take your time. So we are talking clearly about how do you export. We are taking clearly about how you export. Ajay sir, you're there. I can say good evening to you, sir. You're really helping the group a lot, right? I can't say good evening to all of you all, so I just went to the panelists list. Of course, I'll put a chat here. Love you all. Can you share the contact details of integrated group? We are from the F5. We say, I'm so happy. Rahul Bete, whoever, I don't know, I said Bete, I believe my student. My WhatsApp number is 93244355554. Please send me a quick WhatsApp. I'll connect you to Ketan sir immediately. I'm so happy that I could do something for Ketan sir and family. And of course you, Rahul ji, right? Yes, Jay sir, good evening to you. Yes, all questions on Q&A is the request. Yes, and all comments can come in here. Yes, Prerit, please go ahead.
Okay. So first of all,
A bit loudly, Bete.
yes. First of all, a very good evening to everyone. Good evening.
Prerit, you have to be a bit louder, or is it my thing?
Sir.
Loudly.
Hello.
Remove that, na Bete. Remove that and shout. No. Kya karna hai? Look at me now. Louder, louder. Yeah.
Hello, can you hear me now, sir?
Yeah, perfect. See, I told you now, remove all those
Yes.
all that. Okay.
It was troubling me also. Okay. So first of all, a very good evening to all of you. Very good evening, Menon sir. I'm here to present something on exports for whatever I have learned in the past 8 or 9 years. With the help of my fathers and mentors like Menon sir, I'll share my experience. It's going to be a practical approach rather than on a bookish knowledge, because you can get a lot of bookish knowledge from wherever you wish to study on that. So what I'll tell you, I'll start the presentation. As you can see in this presentation, the first word I've written is Director General of Foreign Trade. This is the institution or the body where you need to get registered for starting an export. Okay. So DGFT is the primary body where you will get your import-export code, and you will be able to export after getting registered on DGFT, right? Second, as you can see on the left hand side, you can see customs and custom house agent, which we call it as CHA. I've written in small, I think you can see. So these are the two agencies you have to work with to get your cargo cleared at Indian Customs. Custom house agent, the name itself is self-explanatory, that it is the bridge between us as an exporter and the customs. We always, customs is very clear. Customs, we don't know what is the custom formality. So you need to have a CHA for this, right? After that, you need an insurance. Insurance is must, because without an insurance, any cargo should not move out of India. That is my personal and humble request to anyone who is watching this presentation. Rest, after having an insurance, these are the names of Hapag-Lloyd, Evergreen, MSC. These are the names of the shipping lines. They will take your cargo. You can take your cargo by planes also, by train also. You have not mentioned that, but these are the shipping, majorly the shipping line names. And after, once the cargo reaches a buyer's port, you can talk about payments. I've made a dollar sign over there. So then you will get your payments. So this is the base, the gist of exports that I'm going to talk about today. Now let's see the first thing. I've written sustainable exports from India. This is the most important thing. You need to be sustainable. If you cannot start exporting where you should be, you just want to come into exports and you have to export. It has to be sustainable. This is how your approach should be for exports. Now, as I'll start. Firstly, I have to thank a lot of so many people here, but let me start off by thanking firstly, as you can see, my father. My father is commonly referred as the guardian of Organic Trade Association in Madhya Pradesh. He is everyone who has started organic farming in Indore or let's say anywhere else in Madhya Pradesh. They know my father. So whatever I have learned a lot of practical things from him, and that is why I'm grateful to my father. Obviously, I have to thank Menon sir for giving me this wonderful opportunity for presenting this presentation to Menon sir. Equally, I would thank Venkatesh sir, that is Venki Pony, that used to call him. He used to teach us as international trade at SPJMR. Whatever I'm going to say is in line with Venkatesh sir. He has taught me a lot of things in my life. I have been grateful to him also. I'll be sharing some emails also at the end of this so that you can see that how clear and crisp he was. Let's not, and then obviously at the end, SPJMR team, all my mentors at SPJMR. Thirdly, my family is very important. Family is forever, that's what I believe. And I would like to thank my family, my colleagues, my brother, my younger brother, my friends. And lastly, I have to thank Google also. This is something which I have included intentionally because all the data that I have got is with the help of Google. So I have to be grateful to Google also at some point of time. There are some disclaimers. The disclaimers are very clear that whatever the opinions that I have expressed in this presentations are absolutely mine. These are experienced by me and I have confronted them. So I will share whatever I have learned. My view can be absolutely different from your view. Every export business has its own challenges and opportunities. You need to understand, I am just showing the path that this is how exports should begin. From there, I am more inclined towards agri-export. As you can see, I am into agri-organic exports. So I'll be more, whenever there is a star marked with green, that means it is relevant, more relevant to agri-exports on that in the next presentations. With all the humility, and again I'm folding my hands, it is very, very important that I am not trying to fit my view on your eyes. ना हिंदी में जिसको आप बोलते चश्मा पहनाना, मैं अपना चश्मा नहीं पहनाना चाह रहा हूँ. मैं सिर्फ रास्ता बताना चाह रहा हूँ कि इस तरीके से भी चीजें हो सकती हैं, एक्सपोर्ट करा जा सकता है on that. Examples and all these are for educational references purposes only. I have taken a lot of help from Google. I have written wherever I have taken the slides or anything, I have shared the information on the presentation. Now, let's start first. If you wish to come into export, the first thing that should come into your mind is safety. Safety, that how are you going to get your money from exports? See, this is not a normal trade where you are sitting in Bombay and you are going to get your money from anyone else. So you need to be very clear, safety first. Safety का पहला rule क्या होता है? 100 बका 1 लिखा. This means in Hindi, इसका मतलब ये होता है, you say a lot of things, but only one word written is more important than what you say. It is absolutely important for everyone who's attending this presentation is, if your company is not into writing contracts or they are not very happy with writing emails, export is not the business for you, because you need to write, you need to have everything in writing emails. And obviously WhatsApp is not a way to work on your business. WhatsApp is not professional. Please do not use that. I hate using WhatsApps on that. Okay. Now let's talk about, briefly मैं बताता हूँ, I'll explain how the export process works, right? Once you have a cargo, let's say you have a cargo of, let's say, steel, and this is placed in your warehouse, okay? So you can start the process from your warehouse only. You can load the cargo at the port. You can load the cargo from that port, that the cargo will go into a ship, and from that ship, it will go to the buyer's customs. Buyer's custom will get it cleared, and then it will go to the importer's house. This is how roughly the idea is moving. I'm going to get into the details as I go into the presentation further. Okay, so I'm sharing it again. Now, the most important thing, how to register. This is very important. So let's first get yourself registered at DGFT, which I said. You will get an IC code, which is a 10-digit code. DGFT is controlled by Ministry of Commerce and Industry. Piyush Goyal Sahab is the minister for this ministry, and you will get an IEC code. The name itself says Import Export Code. As simple as that. Without this, you cannot export from India for any shipment. Let's say air, sea, train, whatever be the modes of communication on that. Okay. After IC, please apply for an RCMC. RCMC means Registration cum Membership Certificate from your Export Promotion Council. There, whatever the things you are exporting, there has to be an Export Promotion Council For agricultural, it is APIDA. Sir already knows this. Agricultural Processed and Food Product Export Development Authority. Okay, so this is the premier body where you will get an RCMC certificate. You just need to give few documents like your GST, PAN card, and the other details of your warehouse or whatever is the products that you have, and you will get yourself registered with RCMC. It's a very simple process. Even for getting an IC code, only the fees is I think 1,000 rupees for DD and plus GST and PAN cards. So that's a very easy process. There are consultants to do that for also, because if you don't want to get into the details and nitty-gritty of that. Okay. Now let's also, Ketan sir has aptly pointed out previously also that you need to join the trade associations. It is very important to join the trade associations also, because once you join these trade associations, they will guide you how the export of that specific industry works on that. Let's say for tea board or spices board will have their own norms to export a specific cargo, and you need to go through those channels only. You cannot bypass them. So it is very important. Let's say Federation of Indoor Export Organizations, they will organize seminars, they will organize all the things which you need to understand what is happening in the trade world. So this is very important again. Now, अभी सबसे important question हर इंसान पूछता है, and the most important question is that where to start? How will you start exporting? You can export it from your own warehouse. Why do you have to worry and you have to take care of? Just get your factory stuffing permission. Just get your warehouse stuffing permission. From there, you can start exporting. There are multiple options also. अगर आपको, if you don't want to export from your warehouse, you can export it from the custom freight service or CFS area, which is a bounded area from customs. You can take your cargo over there by trucks, keep the cargo, and then the CHA will load the containers into the containers and then move your cargo. You can do it from a factory, you can do it from a warehouse. There is a word written ICD. ICD, do not get confused by the terms which I am going to use. I may be a bit faster. If I am fast, please let me know. ICD means Inland Custom Depot. अभी the word itself is explanatory. Inland मतलब जिसके आसपास कोई sea नहीं है, मतलब which is covered by the boundary on that. So inland custom depot is the port means definitely the seaport or whatever the port where you want to work with. There are a lot of ports in India. Let's say Mundra, Nhava Sheva, and all these ports. Okay. Let me come to the jargons. Right. ये सारी चीजें, the things I'm going to tell you is very important. You need to learn these terms of exports. When I'm going to talk about shipments, I'm going to say this is an FOB shipment, this is a CIF shipment. So please understand these terms, which is very important. Let's say X works. I know Menon sir hates the red color, but it is written in red color as this image is shared by DHL India on that. Okay. So, but let's see. Red color means it is the responsibility of us seller, because we are sellers, we are into exports, right? Yellow means it is the responsibility of buyer. Green means the responsibility is shared on that. Okay. So let's start with X works में आप अपने normal domestic trade में भी करते हो भाई आप you come to my factory, you bring your vehicle, you bring the containers, I will just place the cargo in your truck and you do all the formalities. Now let's see very clearly. If you can see this slide, it says yellow for export formalities and it also says yellow for import formality. That means both the responsibility of Indian custom clearance and the import custom clearance is of buyer, not you. Okay, so this is you need to understand. And you can see the red color is showing the risk. Your risk will only end as soon as you put the cargo in his truck or on the container. That means your risk is over on that. Then payment terms can be as different as you can decide with your buyer on that, right? But this is where your responsibility, and now all the responsibility will be for the buyer. Free on carrier. अभी क्या होगा that people will get you, what is free on carrier? It is very simple. Free on carrier means you will load the cargo in the truck, but here as you can see the export formalities, it is written in red. That means export यानी कि customs, Indian customs. The formalities for clearing the cargo at Indian customs will be yours. Red means ours, right? So you need to clear export, you need to clear the cargo at Indian customs. Then all the responsibility is with the buyer itself on that. Okay. Now let's come to the next slide. CPT, CIP, these terms are not usually used in trade. I can explain you all these terms also, but it is a bit complicated where you need to take the help of buyer also. Let's come to the more important terms. Minister, I'm not intentionally explaining these terms because this is going to be a bit difficult for everyone to understand on that. Right? DAP means, abhi kya hota hai? Yesterday we were talking about to Tej sir, he said delivered at place. What do you mean by delivered at place? Now you can see that things are changing from yellow to red. Red means your responsibility, your risk is getting increased on that. Okay. So let's say DAP. DAP means delivered at place, means delivered at the place of buyer. You need to take off the cost. You need to take care of the sea freight. You need to take care of the cargo till the cargo reaches at the buyer's place. Here only you can see the yellow means the import, or the import clearance will be handled by the buyer. Only the import clearance will be taken by the rest. You will move the cargo to his place. Let's say to the port of Oakland in USA. The cargo will go till the port of Oakland. It's your responsibility if anything happens to that cargo. DPU means delivered at place, unloaded. Now this is very clear. You have delivered the cargo, but you need to unload it also at his warehouse. This is also very interesting. This is just an extension of this term. Delivered at place, delivered at unloaded also. So you need to now unload the cargo. As you can clearly see here also, it is very important. Please see, import formalities are being taken care by the buyer itself. You are not paying any import duty. The third and the last here, the last thing is DDP, delivered duty paid. The term itself is self-explanatory. DDP means you need to pay the import duty of that also. You will pay. You as a seller will pay the import duty of USA. Let's say if you are exporting it to USA, Oakland, you will pay the import duty for your buyer and you will deliver the cargo to his place. That means DDP. Okay. So this is how the terms will roll. Now let's come into the next slide. FAS is not important because this is not usually happens in trade. FOB and CIF are important for us. FOB means free on board. People get confused. What is free on board? What is free on board? It simply means put the container on the vessel. That's it. Your responsibility is over, right? How can you put your container to your ship? You can only do it by clearing it to Indian customs. So you clear the Indian customs, put the cargo on the ship or on the vessel, and your responsibility is over. Then the cost of taking the cargo from your Indian seaport, let's say Mundra to Oakland, will be of your buyers. You have no risk. You do not need to take care of insurance also in this case. This is very important. TFR means cost, freight, cost and freight. Cost and freight is very easy. You need to cover for the cost also. For the cost here means the cost of Indian customs and also the cost of the freight, the ocean freight. The ocean freight, जिसको आप हिंदी में बोलेंगे भाड़ा, the भाड़ा you have to take care of the freight also from Indian port to the buyer's port. CIF means cost also you have to cover. You need to take a marine insurance also for this policy, and you need to take care of freight also on this. Is you can clearly see in all these places you are not paying any import duty. All the yellow responsibilities are of the buyer. If you are not aware of these terms, please get used to these terms because this is very important. These are the INCO terms that we use in export.
So,
Okay.
with Prerit's permission, thank you, Gani. Very clearly, dear Gani has written. Thanks. So this the entire way we have planned today's session, colleagues, is right. Even a beginner should be able to understand, because I need to respect colleagues like Annie who have come in. Right. So Gani has already said this, and I would request Gani to please post it on Telegram group. So modes of shipment are called INCO terms, and it's all there in this chart. It's all there in this chart, right? And Prerit will obviously share his slides also.
Yes,
right?
yes,
right.
yes.
There's Abhishek Biani, who normally does not praise too much. I know the kid. He's saying beautiful explanations by Prerit. So that's the first thing. Very entertaining and very encouraging word. Please understand that red color. I think what I liked about him. I'm a novice in exports. If you see, I'm concentrating as much as possible. Right. Please understand that red color denotes your risk. He has said that clearly. Red color denotes at risk. So colleagues who are new to this topic, don't buy too many things. Dear Gani has given you where you can refer to, and this chart will be shared with you. Red color is where you have risk. Brilliant, bete. In 5-7 minutes, you have pushed this. Thank you very much.
Yes. Sir, I will now come into the next slide. These are the modes of transport. You can see truck, airplanes. You can do your export by trains also. You can do by vessel on that, by sea means on that. Okay, these are the means of export. I'm not going to get into the nitty-gritties of that. These are the types of container. Let's say if you have a cargo of only 1 ton, or you have a very small cargo, then also you can export. You can do it through LCL. That means less container load. In this means you can load your cargo and there will be cargo of other people's also. So it will be like you will be given a space, a dedicated space. You can keep your cargo over there and the cargo can be loaded. So this is known as LCL. Now people should not get confused by FCL. FCL means full container load, TIU. It all means 20 feet container. Okay. A container which is having a size of 20 feet. This is known as 20 feet containers. You can use platforms, you can use flat tracks, you can also use refrigerated. Let's say if your cargo is very sensitive, you need to refrigerate it also. There are refrigerated containers also. So you can use, even there are oil tankers, which I have written in the slide also. You can use oil also to export. If you have some edible oil you want to export, there are oil tankers also. So you can export anything and everything that you want in terms of these containers. There are various means to do that. Okay, these are just the types of example of the containers on that. Okay, now let's understand who is a CHA. CHA is, as I said, it is the bridge between you and the Indian customs. As I have said again, CHA, you need to get a license for this. CHA, there is an exam which you have to pass with Indian customs. It can be temporary or permanent license of a CHA. CHA is the most important person because he knows to get the things done at Indian customs. You do not know how things are happening at Indian customs, how the officer is reacting, how things are moving over there. So he is well aware of the custom norms, what are the do's and don'ts. I'll be honest to say he knows to get the things done in the Indian way or in the Indian context. Right? So I will not say more than that, but this is how things roll. CHA's quotes or the price of CHA is negotiable. You should always compare CHA's quote because this is where you're going to save money. And I think Tej will not going to like me about this, but the quotes of CHA, CHA should be a very responsible person. I'll tell you for the reasons also that he is going to know whom you are selling, what are you going to do work. More or less, your relationship should be very strong with the CHA. I think in ideal condition, you should keep two CHAs for your work. Just my reference, just for my understanding, whatever I have learned in this business on that. Okay. Now let's start how the work for export moves. What is the first thing that you need to do? You have registered your warehouse. You have got yourself self-sealing permission where you can seal your own containers. Where to start? How does the export process flows? So it flows very simply. You need to create an invoice and packing list. There are a few things which I have written in this invoice and packing list. I don't need to explain what is invoice and packing list. Need to mention what kind of duty drawback, what scheme you are applying. I'll tell you what are the schemes later. Okay, please mention this. Please also mention your FDA. Let's say if you are exporting to USA, you need to have an FDA registration. Okay, without this, you cannot export to USA. REX is a code for exporting it to European countries. So you need to mention, just like UN number where Sir said you need to mention your UN number. Please mention all these important points. Please also mention there is every product has an HS code. Everything in Indian customs, believe me guys, everything moves with the help of HS code. So you need to have a clear understanding what is the product code, and on the basis of this product code, you will get the duty drawbacks, okay, or the incentives. So very important, please mention your HS code. Also mention your LUT permission. I'll explain what is LUT in the later slides. Also, clearly mention your payment terms, which is very important. Please always mention your email IDs. Do not forget to mention notify party. What is a notify party? One is your seller, right? Seller means us. Consignee means your buyer. Okay, there is a notify party. Notify party usually means the custom agent for buyer in his country. Normally, it can vary. There are a lot of notify parties also, but notify parties usually take care of the import formalities of the buyer on that. Okay, so you need to mention the name of the notify party also. Always in your invoice. Here the money does not comes with, obviously everyone knows when you are exporting you need to mention a SWIFT code of your bank. Okay, so mention an account number, mention a SWIFT code, mandatory on that. Okay, let's come after you prepare an invoice and packing list. Everything will flow. It is like a very channelized process. The process will flow from invoice to shipping bill. Whatever you declare in your invoice will be reflected in your shipping bill. What is a shipping bill? Very simple. Shipping bill is the document. Without this document, you cannot export. Right? For air, it can be known as different things, but shipping bill is very important. When you are, let's say, for example, you are exporting a cargo which has an import duty, which has an export duty. It will go in yellow color. The paper will be yellow, or the printing will be in black, and there will be a yellow print on that. Okay. If you are exporting a duty-free good, it will be in white. If you are exporting green, as I said, green is the color for agriculture. So there are a lot of drawbacks. So then there is the shipping bill will be printed on a white paper with a green mark on that. Okay, so this is how the markings and denotations done by the customs of India on that. Okay, so this shipping bill is the most important document. All the cases, all the things will flow from your invoice packing list to the shipping bill. Okay, please mention this. Please keep this in your head. I think every document is important. That's why I'm emphasizing a lot on all the importance of all the documents. Why shipping bill is important? It mentions the FOB value and the CIF value. What is the meaning of an FOB value here? FOB, as I told you, you have loaded the container into the vessel. Okay, you are not going to pay for the insurance and the freight. Okay, so FOB value is the value where you get all your incentives. Please understand, most of the incentives that you get from Government of India is on FOB value, not on CIF value. Okay, so FOB value is the most important value, and that value can be traced only with the help of shipping bill, because shipping bill is a document from Government of India that cannot be challenged. So that is why I have clearly written it. Please, whenever you're filing a shipping bill, please mention and please just read the document very carefully. Okay. And shipping bill also mentions the value of duty drawback. If there is a drawback, it mentions that there will be a duty drawback, or which you will get, let's say 1% of your FOB value. So 1%, let's say 3 lakh is the FOB value, 1% is 3,000 rupees, you will get 3,000 rupees to your bank account directly. Okay. Also, once the cargo gets custom cleared, there is something known as get export order. That means you can export this cargo. That is known as Leo copy or Leo. Okay, so Leo is where you get the permission. I have clearly marked this as, I can read, guarantee remittance or statutory declaration form. These both, and I have made a red mark on that. I will tell you this why this red mark is very important at the end of my slide. Statutory declaration clearly suggests that you are giving a declaration to Government of India that I am going to bring this much amount of dollars or any foreign currency. So you are giving in writing that I am going to bring this much. If you do not bring these dollars, you will be in trouble. I'll tell you how we are going to get in trouble. So that this is why the guarantee remittance is used for paper submission of shipping bill, and SDF is used only for online processes. Like there is a lot of systems. EDI is the electronic data interface surface where you can file the shipping bills online, and these are the systems for Digital India on that. Let's go on to the next document. This is something very interesting now. What is BL? BL means bill of lading. Bill of lading क्या होता है? मैंने उसमें लिखा है, if you can see on my slide, BL बोले तो बिल्टी, like जैसे आप अपना ट्रक में माल भरते थे तो ट्रक के साथ एक बिल्टी मिलता है ना, वैसे ही BL भी होता है. BL is basically a very simple document. It says that I am taking a cargo from this point to that point. Okay, there are types of BL also. It is very easy to understand. Do not get perplexed by the names of the BL. BL means it is a document which is issued by the shipping line, okay, which says that I'm taking your cargo from this port to the destination where you want me to take it, okay. BL means it says the name of the party, straight bill of lading. Let's come to a type of bill of lading, straight bill of lading. Straight bill of lading means only your consignee, let's say I have shipped my cargo to Ganiji in USA. Only Gani can go and take this cargo. Nobody else can take this cargo, okay. So this is the importance of straight BL. Order bill of lading, this is the second type of bill of lading. It shows that if I have written in my BL to order, then Ani sir in USA can take this cargo and deliver it to someone else also. They can do the custom clearance for that also. So that means order bill of lading on that. Okay. Now there is something called as Seaway BL also. Seaway BL means you do not need to give the actual BL to the shipper or to the consignee. The cargo will get automatically released. It means like a free flowing cargo where your cargo will go from this point to this port and the consignee will come, claim the cargo and take the cargo. Abhi sir, there are a lot of confusions. What is a negotiable BL? What is a non-negotiable BL? Very simple. Negotiable means where you can go and negotiate to the shipping line and get the containers. That is a negotiable BL. Means on the presentation of that BL, negotiable BL, you can get containers. On a non-negotiable BL, you cannot get the containers on that. Okay. There is something known as a multinodal. People will get confused. What is multinodal? Multinodal, let's say you have exported this cargo from Mundra to Oakland. And Oakland, he wants your cargo to be delivered by truck to his warehouse also. Multinodal means you can use multiple modes of transfer. So that is also mentioned. That is known as multinodal type of BL on that. Okay. Now let's come to the next documentation. Other documents required are very specific case-to-case basis, but these are usually required, so I'll mention them. One is the certificate of origin. Any chamber of commerce will issue. Let's say if a cargo is originated in India, you will mention that this is a certificate of origin. What is a phytosanitary certificate? Phytosanitary certificate in agri, as I said, it's green means agri. It means it is fulfilling the import phytosanitary requirements of the country, not your country, but import phytosanitary requirements of the country. Third party analysis means any laboratory, any analysis that you have, container clean certificate, any other quality certifications. These are done based to case basis. Now, if you're exporting to, let's say, any country, you are paying GST. Okay, you are not paying for export GST on exports, but you are buying a material. Let's say I am a merchant exporter and I am buying soybean from someone else in India, and he is charging me at 5% of GST charges. Okay, so you can take an LUT permission. That means letter of undertaking. This is an undertaking issued by Government of India, again by Ministry of Commerce. It says that you can charge, if your seller is willing, he can charge you with only 0.1% of GST. Let's say if your GST 5%, 18%, 28%, does not matter. If your seller is willing to agree with this, you can charge 0.1% of GST, and you will not need not to pay. You can save your money. Let's say your GST, because GST gets blocked. Yeah, sir knows this very well. GST gets blocked. So you need to save this. You can save this in the case of 0.1%. This is just by taking an LUT permission. So please apply. As you can see, I have written LUT is a great alternative for exporters who are facing problems in GST refunds from Government of India. So apply for LUT. This is a provision. Abhi, how much your seller is willing to agree, I don't know. But this is a provision. People will, and I am also doing it under LUT. It's very clear. Export as we all know, exports are zero rated supply. GST is not applicable on export. There is no IGST, nothing of this GST sort. So you are safe. So what you are buying from your buyer also, let's say you have whatever you are manufacturing is GST free, whatever you are exporting is also GST free. That means money is saved, right? Very simple on that. Okay, now let's come to types of LC. This is, I'll explain in briefly. There's a lot of words written over it. Very simple. I have to explain this because this is how the process in export flows, and I'll give you an example due to Venkatesh sir also. Irrevocable LC means which cannot be revoked, which cannot be changed. Okay, revocable means the seller's bank can change this letter of credit. I'm sorry, LC means letter of credit. I'm not like that also. Standby LC means this is a guarantee. If your buyer does not pay, let's say if you're not comfortable, you're not sure that your buyer is going to pay you, ask him to open a standby LC, a standby letter of credit. Standby letter of credit, name itself is self-explanatory. It will come only into picture if the buyer defaults on the payment terms. For confirmed LC means but the LC is confirmed by the issuing bank on that. Unconfirmed LC means the LC is not confirmed. Transferable is very important here. You need to understand. Transferable means it can be transferred on my name. Let's say the LC is issued in my name. It can be transferred to someone else's name also. Right? Back-to-back LC means there are two banks involved in this process. Okay. So these two banks will issue two types of LC. First bank will issue one LC, and there must be an intermediary bank that will also again issue an LC on that. Okay. Now payment of site at LC means you will get the payment at site. Means as soon as you present the documents to your banker, you will get the payment. Payment at site. The word itself is clear on that. If there is any confusion, I'll explain it in the future. Deferred LC or usance LC. This kind of LC is used for, let's say, if your buyer is not willing to give you the payments upfront, he says, I'll pay you after 90 days period. Once you do the shipment. My cargo will reach in only 15 days. So what will I do? I don't have any guarantee. I'll ask him to open a Uzank LC. Uzank is a revolving LC. It gets revolved. It can be revolved again and again. And this is just to make where you can defer. This is used by buyers to defer the payment. You can, again, LC is discountable. Understand? You can go to your bank. You can get your LC discounted. Very important on that. Abhi, I'll come to the most interesting things in LC. I'll read it like this only. Please read the offer document carefully before processing LC. So I've written this because whatever is written in LC, it's like your Holy Bible, Gita, Quran, every word you have to follow to the instructions. You need to read each and every word of an LC. If you do not read it, and if you skip one word, and if you do not understand the word, meaning of that word, you are in trouble. I'm sure. I have done that. I have faced that. That's why I'm saying. Obviously, Venkatesh sir says very clearly, do not accept LCs from a substandard bank like Bank of Zimbabwe. You don't even know that this bank exists or not. So please check this bank exists or not. Right? Each document or any discrepancy in your document will cost you $50 to $200 per mistake. Okay. So that amount will be discounted from your LC and you will not get this amount. Any discrepancy in a document. There is in an LC, it is clearly written, these are the list of documents required. If you do not present them with the clear documents, bank will charge you for that. Okay. And buyer may not accept the documents also. So that can also be a very condition. LC is the best way for discounting. Go to any bank, get your LC discounted, get your payment upfront. Probably you do not need, I'm sorry to say this, but you do not need factoring also in that case, right? So LC is one thing. LC also enhances your image with your and trust with your bank. This is also very important because once you open an LC, bank see, oh, this is very respectful buyer. He's getting all the LCs. So LC is very important. Now this is the term which is given to me by respected Venki sir. He told me if you want to start exports, if you do not feel your buyer is comfortable and a regular buyer, please always ask for irrevocable. Means the LC cannot be revoked by you or by buyer. Confirmed. Confirmed means it cannot be changed. It is confirmed by the bank. Non-transferable means it cannot be transferred from my name to someone else. My name means sellers. Okay. LC unrestricted for negotiation at site means I will get the payment at site and credit available at Indian counter. This is the most important thing which Venki sir has taught me, that please always ask for credit available at Indian counters. People always forget to mention this term, but you need to have your money here. You don't want your money there at your buyer's bank on that. So this is very important now. So these are the terms of an LC. I have explained this in a small way. There are other types of payment also. CAD via bank. CAD means cash against document. In this case, the bank will only act as a postman. Please understand, what does a postman do? Take your documents, give it to a buyer, take the payment, right? It's as simple as that. CAD via banks, but the bank is acting as a postman. They have no control of everything on that. CAD via scan email documents. अभी scan documents आपने buyer को mail करे, उसने आपको payment दे दिया, आप उसका container release कर दो. As simple as that. Rest आपके पास बहुत सारे, you can induce a lot of methods. And you can find methods to get your payment for your exported cargo, right? This is just a graph. I have got this from trade.gov. You can see if you're an exporter, the most secure is cash in advance. Take an advance from your buyer, letter of credit, documentary collections means CAD, right? Open an account, right? Or consignment, when the consignment is, you can see the risk is getting increased for an exporter on that. Most secure is cash in advance. Take an advance from a buyer. If your product is so niche, they can go and ask for an advance on that. Okay. Now let's, I'm coming to finance kind of things.
Minute. 1 sec. Okay. Yeah. So colleagues, for the first time, Anil Menon has considered defeat. Saurabh and others will be laughing. For the first time, I could not type with the speed at which the speaker was. I used to always feel proud that, mera ekdam chat and typing was extremely fast, but I failed in front of Prerit's energy. Love you. Okay, so the answer to this is, we are trying to cover everything in 1 hour because we respect your time. So please don't, after this class, these slides will be given to you all. Because you see, please understand, this is a compendium now. You can always talk to Abhishek Bihari. I could have called him, but deliberately I called Prerit because you will say Abhishek, Damodar industry is very big. So I wanted that tier 2 thing to come in, right? So what is most important, right, for all of you all, right, is that please understand this entire thing will come to you. This entire thing will come to you, right, as a slide. Today I just type, I'll be very honest, मैं खाली 3-4 type किया फिर मैं छोड़ दिया. I was not typing at all, just couple of things I typed. Right, this entire thing will come to you as slides. I would request Prerit now to, before I get going, I loved the way he was going on saying respected Venki sir. So as I said, I don't know Venki sir personally, but he used to come to colleges and kids used to surround him. So I knew he was popular. No wonder why he's so popular. The slides will be given to you all, absolutely given to you all. You can take it, talk to Prerit, talk to Abhishek. They are the task force for exports. Thank you. I just realized none of you all have left. Please note, colleagues like Viral are very, very big in India. They don't have anything to do with exports. But the kid is around here, right? Annie is just started, but she's still around here because she's realized there's some big potential. Thank you for staying. Of course, we will do this, right? Menon sir, Menon sir will do all this. But just check your WhatsApp. But I want you to go to slide number 32 and talk about export incentives. Because there are certain slides here which I think the best person to speak is Mr. Rashish Goel. We will do that. We will definitely do that. Right? There's all this. How to find buyers. We'll put it up. We'll put it up for you all. This is part of the slides. But I think anybody who has promoted Aditya, mera bacha hai from E10 ka, Rashish hai. They are from the Dollar Business magazine. Amazing guys. They are there. Today they will not speak. They will speak on Wednesday. They'll speak on Wednesday. Rashish, can you just come and say hello to the class, please? Right. Thank you very much for coming. right? So Rashish is from the family of Goels who are into dollar business. They're very good in helping people find buyers. Prerit has put that on the slides. You can go through the slides. Right, dear Rashish will speak about it because he's helping people do that. And I've seen kids getting extremely happy. Welcome, Rashish. You want to say something, or you want to directly come on Wednesday? Wednesday, you are there. 20 minutes is yours.
Yes, sir. Just a hello to everyone. Hopefully, I'll see you guys again at the same strength on Wednesday. It'll be a great session.
Definitely,
Over to
Vijay.
you.
Definitely. All right, Aditya, Rashish from the dollar business. Thanks very much. Wednesday we will do it. Prerit, you're doing extremely well. Only request, and you're doing extremely well. Gani, everybody has been praising you. Manas, everybody. Now, if you can, because it's the last 10 slides,
Yes,
and you've
yes,
done
yes,
well.
yes.
But it's
Yes,
very
yes, yes.
difficult subject. You've done an amazingly good job. And by the way, they're all mature seniors. They can read. Okay, so आपने explain किया, they can read. ये जो part है ना बेटे, right? You have done such a beautiful job. Why I'm pushing you all for exports? ये बच्चे ने रात को 2 बजे तक स्लाइड्स बनाया भाई, रात को 2 बजे तक. That's a sincerity. He could have told me, Bharat sir, I'm very busy, but he didn't do it. So he said, sir, मैं बोला बच्चों को help करो यार. Please watch this slides. This is where I'm pushing you all towards exports. What you better, very good. Please go ahead, and you're sticking to time also.
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead.
As you can see, there are a lot of benefits which is given. I'm going to use Professor Venki's word only. This is subsidies and incentives are like a Baisakhi, which is given to an exporter. Okay, it is given to China also now these days. So it is happening in the world. But this is a fact. This is a brutal fact that this is like a Baisakhi given to an exporter. It is important. I'm not denying it, because if you are not getting the advantage of an incentive, you will not be able to compete with a country like China on that. Okay, we are competing with world market. Let's not call by China only. Let's say Brazil and every other country on that. Okay. So now let's understand the incentives were usually given to agri products and all that. But now, because of Make in India, the incentives have changed from the merchant to manufacturing of products. So that is why manufacturing is very important in India now. The government of India is also emphasizing Make in India. You can see all the incentives have shifted, mostly all the incentives shifted to a processed product rather than a non-processed product on that. Okay. So incentives are usually given on the HS code. HS code I have already explained what is an HS code. You need to mention, and the incentives are mostly given on the FOB and the CIF values. I'll tell you how. There is something called as Export Promotion Capital Goods Scheme. Capital goods, everyone knows what is a capital good on that. Okay, so what you're doing, if you're into exports and you wish to import something, right? So if you're importing something, let's say capital goods. What are capital goods in terms of anything, any tools, any machinery, any spare parts, whatever you're importing, including refurbished items also. You can import these items also. The import duty will be waived off, right? But there has to be condition from Government of India. What is the condition from Government of India? If you are importing these products, you have to return. You have to, let's say, if your import duty bill was for 1 lakh rupees, you have to give 600% of that duty saved. That the duty have saved, right? Import duty. You have to export that much amount of currencies, or you have to bring that much amount of currency, 600% of the currency on that. Okay. So this is where the glitch is on that. But this is very important if you are into capital goods. It includes refurbished, as I said. DGFT will issue DGFT. All the incentives are usually worked by DGFT and Government of India only. DGFT will issue this certificate with the help of a chartered engineer, independent engineer. You will also get exemptions from IGST and compensation cess under EPCG scheme. It means if you are importing a cargo, there has to be an IGST. This IGST will also be waived off on that. There is an exemption means on that. Okay. So this is one scheme where people will want to work with. This is my favorite because I am into this. I get this incentive, so I will speak a bit more loudly on this. This is MEIS scheme. It is going to get closed in the year 2020. It was supposed to get closed. There is a lot of litigation which is happening with the help of WTO from America. America is pushing Indians. This is all international politics. Let's not discuss that. Let's understand this scheme is valid for the year 15 till 2020. This is an export incentive scheme based on the FOB value of a shipping bill, right? Important one is FOB value. if you are exporting to, say, let's say A grade country. What is an A grade country? Usually means US or any Canada or any other good country. So for an A grade country, you will get 5% of an FOB value back. Example on that. Okay. For a B country, you will get 3%. For a C country, you will get only 2% or 1%. And that all depends on the HS code. It is given for mostly all the products in chapter. There are scheme classifications in ITC HS code. For all the chapters, this scheme is given. Obviously, in this scheme, you will not get the 5% value into your bank account. What they will give you is a license, which people were talking in the group that day. Right? What is a license? License means they will say that Indian government is giving you 100 rupees. Okay, 100 rupees of license. What you can do is take this license, sell it to an importer. So importer will save 100 rupees of import duty. So importer will save 100 rupees. Obviously, if the value of the license is 100 rupees, he's not going to buy at 100 rupees. He needs to make some money, importer also. He'll buy at 95, 96, 97. Right? So 3-4 rupees is his margin. He's saving that import duty. So that is where the license duty, this also comes under duty entitlement passbook scheme, or MEIS scheme is known as. Right? Then there are other incentives on export also. MEIS is going to be replaced by ROSC-TL scheme. This is rebate of state and central taxes and levies, right? So this means MEIS, this currently ROSC-TL is only for garment industry, but it will open up its horizon, and it is going to take the place of MEIS. I'm very sure this is what the government wants on that. Okay. You can get it through online system of EDI portal, which I explained earlier also. ROCT, currently, as I said, ROCT is available for export of ready-made garments and made-ups. Now, again, as I said, the policy might have changed in March. As I said, March was the financial year closing 2020. I really need to read about this also. This is going to take over MEIS, that is for sure on that. Okay, that I'm aware on that. Now, let's talk about EOU. What is an EOU? Okay. EOU is basically an export-oriented unit. That means 100% of your export. What government wants is that you can set up an EOU at your office also. Any building can be an EOU, but that means all the products should be exported to. Whatever you are producing, let's say factory, you should export it. For this, if you are establishing a factory under EOU norms, the normal time given is 2 years and 1 year of extension is given. And let's say in the 5 years term, let's say this policy is used for EOUs for 5 years. Within the 5 years, you need to start generating dollars for Government of India. That is what EOU was established to enhance the export capabilities of India. That is why if you are exporting from an EOU, that means it an export. If you are selling it to domestic, let's say if you're selling it to local, then it is called as DTA trade or domestic traffic area. And in that case also, this is known as deemed export. I'll tell you what are the advantages of EOU. There are a lot of advantages. I mean, you cannot even you name them. You have advantages for this. You can procure the raw materials from a domestic source. You do not. You can even import without paying any import duty. Remember, this is very important. You are not paying any import duty on an EOU unit. So let's say if you want to bring some product from other country, import it to your country, you do not need to pay any duty. Get the cargo process and export it. So this is what Government of India wants, right? You can claim your GST on this. EOUs are allowed to claim an input tax credit also, right? If you're buying from a domestic party, you can claim an input GST also. Income tax benefits are there under 10A and 10B. I'm not aware of that, hence I'm not going to go into the nitty-gritties of income tax. Sir is better to explain on that, right? There is, if you are buying from local fuel from these companies also, let's say local fuel for your production of a factory, they also can be refunded the duty on the same. EOU is basically if you are in EOU, you do not need any other license also. But if you are in EOU, industrial license is also not required. That means Government of India. Access to domestic market up to 50% of FOB value. That means whatever the value of cargo you have exported on an FOB value, you can sell it to the domestic market at concessional rate of duty also. You can do that also in an EOU. Now let's come to what is the difference between SEZ and EOU. SEZ are basically a foreign territory. Very simple. SEZ means it is not a part of India. It is a part of out of customs of India on that. Okay. EOU is a part of India. EOU, everything is a part of India. SEZ means it is a democratic enclave that is outside of customs jurisdiction. It is like a foreign territory on that. Okay. So it's let's say SEZ. If you are exporting from an SEZ to another country, it is called as export. Okay. And if you are selling from an SEZ to India itself only or to the domestic, then also it's called an export. Okay. Because it's a foreign territory, right? It's not a part of your customs jurisdiction. However, in an EOU, it is called as deemed export. Okay. The sales of this, obviously there are multiple things. SEZ, you do not need to pay any tax on SEZ, right? On establishment also, while EOU pays tax, in an export-oriented unit, you need to claim your GST refund. Right? In a SEZ, you don't need to do that. Okay. Either in case EOU can apply for input tax credit GST paid while supplies are to domestic. I'm just trying to indicate to you the very simple fact that SEZ you do not need to pay any taxes. SEZ is a government area where you will get subsidized electricity also. There are a lot of advantages for an SEZ, right? Also in an SEZ, 100% income tax exemption on export value for the first 5 years. For the next 5 years, 50 years, then for the next span, it is 50 years export profit. So whatever you are earning in exports, you are going to get income tax benefit also in SEZ. So this is also an advantage of, this is also an incentive, right? This is also government. There is another scheme called as duty exemption and remission scheme. This scheme is basically you will get an advance authorization, let's say advance that whatever the cargo you will import, let's say you are importing a machine, you will use that product, you will make a new product and export it. So henceforth, all the duties we will levied off. Let's say if you are bringing a product, you are even bringing fuel also from other country. So that also can be used as an input, and you can again use this on that. Okay. So time limit. Obviously, government has a lot of nomination. I can keep on speaking for this on this only for 1 hour, but time limit for this is 12 months from the date of authorization. That means the day you have been authorized, this advance authorization scheme, from that 12 months you have to export your cargo, whatever you have got on that. So this is very important. This is also one scheme. There's another scheme as duty-free import authorization scheme. That means in this the duty will be the import duty. I'm talking about import duty will be waived off on that. And there are some norms also to adhere, which we will discuss in a later stage, probably by someone else also on that. Now, one last scheme. This is a very recent scheme started by Government of India, also known as TMA scheme. TMA schemes means Transport Marketing Assistance. In this case, if you are exporting, let's say I have given an example also here. If you are exporting to USA, let's say North America, you will get rupees 21,000 per container. TEU means 20 foot container, 20 feet container, as I said earlier. So this is given on the CIF value, not for an FOB. So you will not get, you have to, this is for transport marketing. I mean, you are taking your cargo. So for this scheme is for transportation or the ocean or given on the ocean freight, right? So this is important. This is not on the FOB value. Okay. This is also divided by country. As I said, if you're exporting to USA, you will get more. If you're exporting to, let's say, Zimbabwe, you will get less on that. So this is how the structure is made in the TMA scheme, but this is also a very new scheme. This is very advantageous. You need to apply online for this also. Okay. These are the terms and conditions which I write in my personal purchase order. Please mention this. It is very important to mention all these terms in your purchase order. If you don't mention it, you will probably be at a loss on that point, on all the conditions. What is force majeure? Force majeure means a force which is major. Let's say in French, a greater force. Okay. So let's say COVID. COVID is a greater force. You were not able to allow to export. You were not even allowed to go out of your house. So in that case, it was helpful. I did not export my cargo and I had a reason for that. Henceforth, I called the force majeure, and my buyer also understood this clause. So this force majeure, then there are, then you should write in a contract, any alterations to the contract should be approved by both the parties. Email is very important. I have again and again said this. Anything cannot move without email. So write the email's ID. Please mention whatever the contract changes you want to do is to be through emails only. You need to clearly write that if your import law changes, I am not responsible. How will I be responsible if your import law changes? Let's say if you are exporting soybean and a country says, I'm not going to export. Next day, the country says, I'm not going to. So you are not going to be responsible for this, right? You need to mention this in your contract. All the prices, and I said something. You would also need to mention one more thing. This is the most important thing. I've written it in bold here also. Please mention the arbitration. This is the case. It's a very clear case. With the help of this arbitration, I was saved. I'll be very honest with you. Arbitration needs to be mentioned in your contract. I am I am working with GAFTA. GAFTA means Grain and Free Trade Association. So I have to follow the GAFTA norms. You have to get yourself registered to a arbitration company and mention these. It is very, very, very important to write these in your contracts on that. Okay. Now litigation and contracts entry. Now let's just talk about the failures, or not the failures, the challenges that I have faced in my life during the tenure of 6 or 7 years of export that I have faced. My email ID got hacked. Okay, what happened? A hacker hacked my email ID and sent a duplicate invoice to my buyer. He knew that I was exporting it to some country, and since I was exporting it to that country, he sent that please send $3,000 on behalf of this shipment to this account. So my buyer was aware. I have written it there. I have already sent a letterhead request. So what I did is I was aware that such things can happen. So I have given a letterhead declaration to all my buyers that I have only one account in the world, and that is in India. So please do that to your buyers. For an export remittance, it is very, very important. Please declare on your letterhead. Please seal sign it and send it to a buyer by courier, by post, or by anything. And make sure that your buyer is aware that they have received this letter, so that you are not cheated on the hard-earned money that you have invested in exports. Okay. Second thing, RBI issues due to SDF. I think I mentioned SDF in my first of the slides. SDF means statutory declaration form. You have declared to RBI that I am going to bring this much amount of dollars to Government of India. What happens if your buyer does not pay you? You will come under the rules of FEMA. RBI will be behind your back. Please understand. I can share the number also. There were approximately $3 lakh which was not paid to me by my buyer. It's a very big amount, right? If this much amount of money is not paid to me by buyer, I was already screwed with my buyer side, and RBI was also screwing me. RBI was saying that you have done some money laundering, and that's why your money is not coming back. So in that case, I was made aware that there is a law and provision, and we all need to understand that this law stands that the average of last 3 years of your export turnover, right? Please understand this, the average of last 3 years of your export turnover, not your domestic turnover, is allowed to be waived off by the RBI, right? So in this case, my export turnover was, the average of my export turnover was more than $3 lakh. Hence, in that case, I was able to save myself from the FEMA and other regulations. So this is a very important litigation or the understanding of RBI norms which we don't know. So please understand, when you sign an SDF, it means you are going to bring that money to Government of India, and if you're not bringing it, you are in trouble. So it's be very clear. That's why I said safety first in all the exports, right? There's also a case where buyer did not adhere to the CAD. CAD means I had sent the documents to my bank, and the buyer took the documents and did not pay me, right? Please see the email from Mr. Venkatesh, my respected Professor Venkatesh sir. He says, I have written this email also, you have a very strong case. Payment is based on pre-shipments. This guy is testing your patience, he may not pay. Wait for a few days to let him receive the goods and then start an arbitration. If you start an arbitration, obviously I'm going to lose my buyer, but you will get your money back, right? So this is how I took the help of Mr. Venkatesh sir. He helped me a lot in this crucial times. He helped me how things work. I got my money back from my buyer. I did not have to go through an arbitration. Thankfully, with the help of God, I did not go through an arbitration. But definitely, this proves that you can do export, but you need gurus in your life, right? All my mentors, all Venki sir, Menon sir, if I do not know these terms, if I do not know how things are moving, how will I get to know? So very important to be equipped. If you're not equipped with knowledge, if you do not have the correct people around you to suggest you, you will always land up in trouble. Henceforth, this is what my presentation is. I would humbly request all of you to please donate for Hunger Collective. This is a great initiative by Menon sir. I am just a part of this. I just shared what I know. I'm sorry if I have shared some wrong information. As I said, with folded hands, I'm just a learner. I'm still in the learning phases of life. Thank you so much for giving your time span to me on that. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Menon sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mete. It was an absolute breathless presentation. So now I think there is some setting ka problem. It is coming to panelists. Anto, can you reset it? Because when Gani and Abhishek is writing, it's coming to all panelists. If you can set it, otherwise I'll read it out. Prerit, I'll just take 2-3 minutes so that you understand what people are talking about you. Gani ji says, Prerit stood by his name I am prioritized, inspired by this session. Okay. Manas
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Ganiji. Thank you so much, Ganiji.
Super class, right? All of, in fact, right, he's drinking water now. Absolutely brilliant session. Manas, our sponsor, is saying that. Okay.
Thank you, Manas.
The good news is we have formed a task force. Great export sessions. Thank you. I agree that it was fast because we just wanted you all to expose everything. अभी ये बच्चा को बोलेगा ना पूरा दिन ले सकता है, but your time is important. So please understand, Dr. Vinod Nair is here, right? He has got nothing to do with exports, but he wants to know something so that he can go and guide his colleagues. The slides are there. Viral Jain is here. Right now, Viral obviously is not into e-commerce. He's not into exports in a big way, but the idea is planted. Nitin Chugh, real estate, big guy. Like he's there. He's just watching. So the idea of this 1 hour was to just give you an idea. Right. The purpose was to give you an idea about exports. The slides will be uploaded. Rashish is coming back. He will talk about something more in detail. Right. There are certain sections that he was mentioning. Right. I have requested Aditya, but Aditya's dad is not well. Right. Anto, what I meant is, if you can take that this thing to all, even when Hitenji is writing, it is coming to panelists. So I think it is something to do with the setting, which okay, I will read it out. Don't worry. Super presentation, minute points being covered. Yes, this is what I wanted. For newcomer and exports, this is very good slides for knowledge. My job is done. Prerit, our job is done.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Encouraging to go to exports. Amolji again, right there, learning everything. Tremendous knowledge about critical subject. Thank you. Utkarsh Shivari says, very well explained. Thank you. Right. Viral comes and tells us e-commerce. See, I told you, now you have lit a fire. Now he's thinking e-commerce, cross-border is growing and the next big thing. This will help. So he's himself, you have lit a fire, Prerit, that's all I can say.
Yes, sir.
Done what I wanted you to do. Slides are there, but you all please don't get stressed out. Idea is to give you all something. See, we have two types of audiences here. Somebody like Abhishek who knows everything. Somebody like Gani is a master. Somebody who is a beginner. To sab kar diya humne. Now you can go at your own pace. You can nugget. Yes, this is the kid I was talking about, right? Now you can please go through it at your own pace. Thank you very, very much. Right, colleagues, we have formed a task force. Abhishek is there. Prerit is there. All of you all can join. Please join. Who are into exports, right? We will give the slides, Abhishek. Obviously, we'll give the slides. Right. In fact, you also should add something given your years of experience. Definitely, we'll give it to you. Next Wednesday, I want colleagues like Yogesh ji to attend. Yogesh works for JNPT. So we will have Deepak Nathwani sir coming in, who will say that if you're doing this in India, you're already doing infrastructure in India, right? Then why not do it in Africa? Exim Bank will fund you. So anybody who is into project exports, please come. Right, you want to get into project exports? I'm getting Deepak Nathwani sir. You know, in the Telegram group, I've already said he has amazing connects. He has connects right up to the Prime Minister's office. I've made that remark. Amazing gentleman, wants to share, and of course, Rashish will be there. If possible, Aditya will come. Let's pray. Aditya, somebody in the family is not well. Right, that's why unfortunately Aditya is not able to make it. Thank you very, very much, Prerit. God bless you.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank
Spark
you
has
so much.
been lit now.
Yes,
All of
sir.
you, please start thinking about exports. It's not very, very difficult. We have somebody from Tier 2 city who is doing it, Tier 2, Tier 3, and doing it very, very well. Right? May not be very big as the Reliances of the world, but the idea was very simple. Convey to all of you all that exports government is giving a lot of incentives. Please go ahead, use that incentives. The world is angry with China. They're looking for a replacement. Please fill in the gap. Please fill in the gap. That's the way to go. According to me, that's the way to go. I will stop with this. I will just check if there is anything in the question answer session. Right? None as of now. Right?
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Prerit. God bless all of you all.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much.
The spark is left. Sorry, we extended by 10-15 minutes, but that's
Sorry. I'm sorry, sir. I don't know. I did not get a grip of the time, what I'm saying, and I was in flow. So
Sorry, I interrupted you. I would only say the way you went about. I was scared to interrupt you. That was the energy that with which you spoke. Right?
Sorry, sir.
I put that in the comment also. I just loved your energy. And you are all big business people. Yeah. Still, you want to help others. I'm very, very happy. Very, very happy. Thank you very, very much. I'll stop with you. Nilesh
Sir, thank you.
Shah is telling you, God bless you and all the team. Thank you very, very much.
Yes, sir.
God
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much, sir.
Wednesday,
Thank you so much.
how to find a customer. Second, project exports. Friday, compliance and export financing. Today the slides will go on Telegram. You can read it. We can take questions Wednesday onwards. Wednesday and Friday will be questions. Thank you very much, dear Prerit. God bless you.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for giving the opportunity. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much.
Rashish. God bless. Thank you, Anto. Thank you, everybody. God bless each.
I'll stop this sharing, sir.
Sure. Thank you very, very much. And please upload
Thank
the
you, sir.
slides. Thank you, my sponsors, Integrated. And thank you, all of you all. Please donate for this movement. Is all I can keep saying. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay.
Anto, I'm stopping with your permission.
Okay, sir.